about now? Sound check 1, 2. Sound check. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check 1, 2. Is sound okay? Sound check. Can anybody hear me? Sound check. Can you guys hear me? Sound check 1, 2. Come on, guys. There's 2 people in here. Just say something or respond. Please, please, please. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check 1, 2. Can you hear me? Sound check. Just type in the channel, yes or no. Can you hear me? Sound check 1, 2. Can anybody hear me now? Sound check. Sound check 1, 2. All right. Can you hear me now? Sound check 1, 2. All right, perfect. Thanks, Arthur. All right, so at least for now, it's just you and me. And so we'll go ahead and get into things real quick. And I want to start recording. There we go. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, so you're into the quarantine like most everybody else. Yeah, so where I'm at right now, it's we have the same kind of order, but my business is basically considered essential. So, it means, yeah, you have to go to work, right? So, anyway, that's kind of the world I live in right now. And so I'm risking my life every day to go into work. Anyway. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get into Bitcoin real quick. And so here's what I wanted to point out. This is a daily chart. Okay. And this is the wedge that I posted in the channel and what I'm talking about right now. Okay. Here's your wedge, right? Very defined wedge. Very, very defined wedge. So most people are expecting this to go to 8,000. Is that a possibility? Yes, it is. If it wicks there. If it closes above this wedge, then I'll change my tune. No, it's a rising wedge. That is a rising wedge. Okay? You're coming off the downturn, right? You're coming off this downturn and you're getting a rising wedge, which could be a potential even bear flag, bear pennant, however you want to put it. But this is not a bullish, that's not bullish, guys. Okay? That is not a bullish pattern. This, and hopefully I'm wrong, because I still do own Bitcoin, but hopefully this proves me wrong. I really do. I hope it proves me wrong. But this is a rising wedge. There's no other way to describe it. No other way. Now, some could put, like a trend line here and call it an ascending triangle. And I know Peter Brandt has been out there. He's one of the most widely followed. But I'm just saying, guys, be careful in this area, because You've got major resistance right here at the 50, the upper Bollinger Band, and we're trying to make this cross of a 10 and 20. So you have to be very, very careful. Very careful. Okay? I mean, let's look at it. How close are we to a cross? And we're going to find out really quick. Let's go zoom in. It's trying to cross right now. Trying to cross. Okay? So this could be bullish for Bitcoin. It could be bullish for Bitcoin. But even if that happens, we're going to get a retest of the 10 and the 20. So just because price is at 68, 6,900 doesn't mean we can't pull back and at least retest that to make sure it's true. Okay? I mean, here's what I do like. Bullish engulfing right here. Okay? Bullish engulfing on the daily. That is a plus for Bitcoin. That's a plus. I want to see it come back, retest this area just to make sure. Then you can get your move up to possibly 8,000. Okay? But still, even in that context, we're still in a rising wedge. Has to be watched. Has to be respected. Yes. Ancient. Yeah, it is. I mean, because if you look at this from a longer term perspective, okay, you get the big downtrend right here, right? What is this? It's a choppy move up. It's not impulsive, right? It's a choppy move to the upside, okay? Just choppy. And so my feeling is that we're going to get, it's corrective, right? We're correcting this move right here. We're correcting that move. And so up in this area right here, we're probably going to get, and again, I hope I'm wrong, we could go all the way up here to 8,000. That's a possibility. But I think somebody that was back here, whoever it was, the big red stick right here, that's a huge selling point, right? And so you got to respect that. Okay, you got to respect that candle. And until that candle is broken, this is all a corrective move. I mean, we're just basically correcting this candle right here. So my point being is that, yeah, maybe we get up to 7,200. Maybe we get up to, watch the Fibonacci retracements. Maybe we get up to 7,300. Fine and dandy. That's great. That's a 300-point move from here, maybe 400-point move. But the point being is that watch this area closely, and if it starts to retrace back hard off that and break this wedge, then we're coming back and we're more than likely testing 6,000. That's my point. I don't want to see it do that, but based on prior history, back in here, that's kind of what we got. big up move, rejection, come back, retest the low a little bit. Didn't have to retest it all the way, but just retest it a little bit, and then you make that move. So far, we have not tested that low. This has been nothing but a major bounce, and really it looks the same in the stock market. Yeah, choppiness. I mean, this has been, don't get me wrong, this has been a nice move off the bottom, right? Huge move off the bottom. But didn't we have a huge move off the bottom back here? 3,100 to 4,300, about 1,000 point move. And then price rejected, came back down and hit that 50, right? There's your 50. The 50 EMA is key. That's the key driver. Okay, and where are we at now? Here's your 50. Right up here. Okay, so everybody's talking bullish and 10,000, 8,000, blah, blah. But the 50 EMA is going to be the key driver of this market, right? That's going to be the key. Just keep an eye on it. Nice trade back to it, right? Price way outside Bollinger Bands. Price pulls back in. Nice rally. And you get back too close to the 50 EMA, which it rejected hard, by the way, off 7,300. So the 50 EMA is going to be the key. Keep an eye on that. Okay? And it just so happens 50 EMA is right in here. It's right inside this wedge, okay? And guys, trust me, I'm a bullish person by nature. I'm bullish, right? I'm a bullish guy. I don't like to short things. I hate shorting stuff. But I call it like I see it. And this is how I see it. As long as price holds above the 10 and the 20 right in here and this trend line, then things are good. Okay? Has the chance to break out. But it also has the chance to break down. Yeah, Todd, I mean, it's like I'm not going to sit here. I mean, somebody may be in this channel, they may be long Bitcoin. I'm long Bitcoin. Okay? For that matter. I've owned it for a long time. Doesn't mean I don't trade it from time to time and do what I do, but I'm long Bitcoin. I'm bullish by nature. But, I kind of get what you're saying. I mean, yeah, we would like it to get lower to get better prices, but at the same time, those that are just now brand new to the market, and they're like, okay, what is Bitcoin going to do? What is it going to do? Is it going to go up or is it going to go down? Okay, well, here's my deal, is that I don't know. Nobody knows, right? This is a crapshoot right in here when you've got this wedge pattern. Okay? So that's why I'm saying, guys, I mean, it looks boring. It looks really boring right now. And this was all planned ahead. We knew this. Boring, right? We're in a wedge. So price is going to consolidate and consolidate and consolidate until finally the rubber band snaps. And then you either go up or you go down. And that's when you make your trades, right? So if that happens, okay, and here's a trade scenario for you guys. Okay? And this is what I'm going to be watching. Probably one of my more favorite trades now is trading outside the Bollinger Bands. Okay? The Bollinger Bands here, as you can see on the daily chart, are getting really tight. I mean, they are getting tight. Upper coming down, lower coming up. Okay? So this thing is pinching and just pinching and pinching until it's like a rubber band coiling up. You're coiling that rubber band up, and then all of a sudden, boom, one way or the other. Okay? So we had this nice little bounce coming off the, oversold way outside the Bollinger Bands. And then we come up and now we're testing the upper Bollinger Band. Okay? The only part of this that I don't like is that more than likely when you get that bounce off either the upper or the lower Bollinger Band, whichever way. So like right here, upper Bollinger Band, test. Coming up, testing again. If it cannot break out and get above the upper Bollinger Band and come up here and test 8,000, then it's coming down. Okay? Just telling you, it's coming down. Probably right into this area. Let's call it right around 6,000, maybe even just a hair below. It's one of those guys that you could, unless you're watching it 24 hours a day, this thing could either be at 8,000 tomorrow or it could be at 6,000 tomorrow. Okay? And I'm not going to sit there and say which way it's going. I'm just giving, I'm pointing out what I'm seeing. Rising wedge, 50 EMA test. You get 61, 78.6 retracement right in here. Those are all the ingredients of turning and coming back down. Now, the plus side for bulls, okay, is this. And I'm going to zoom in. This is the plus sign for bulls. Right here. And this is not exactly across just yet. It's close. Very close. But we had, as long as it can hold the bottom part of the wedge and the 20 and the 10 EMA, then this thing can go higher. It can go higher, right? I'm not trying to call end of the world or that Bitcoin is going down to, 3,000, okay? I'm just calling it like I see it, guys. And I'm just, like right now, this is very conflicting times, okay? These are very conflicting times. And not only that, but let me pull it over. I'm going to pull over the Bitcoin futures chart. Now, there is one good thing that is on the bullish side. Okay. So maybe this thing breaks out of its pattern and goes higher. Let me get this chart up, and there we go. All right, so this is where the futures chart closed at on Friday. Okay, see this? Right around the 10 and right around the 20. Okay, Very, very close. And actually, that's an 8 EMA that I'm using on this chart. But the thing is, look at this down here. Squeeze indicator. Okay, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And let me get it closer. There we go. All right. So price, and this is how the indicator works, right? You got this big down move. You got the red histograms. And usually those red histograms last about, on average, about 8 to 9 bars. This got overextended. Okay? Got way overextended. And when that happens, you're usually going to get a reversal. Okay? And that's where the bear momentum loses traction. And now all of a sudden, we get this slightly, okay, I'm saying slightly, light blue histogram that's trying, and the green dot is, it closed on it, Friday, is that this could be a bull squeeze. Okay? So the problem with this, though, is that we've got major resistance right up above, fib cluster, okay? Previous resistance right here, and Bollinger Bands tightening up. See the Bollinger Bands? Lower, higher. These are going to pinch in and get closer to each other, okay? And we're going to have that move either big time up or big time down. Okay, so I hope that helps. Right? I mean, my guess on this, and everybody wants to know, what do I think is going to happen, what blah blah. My guess is this, okay? Watch what happens on Sunday night. Okay? We're either going to get a gap up, possibly, or a gap higher. Gap lower, gap higher. Play the gap. Easy money. Okay? Easy money. Now, if by chance we get the gap up, then it's possible that these moving averages right here are going to get really close to crossing, but not exactly. So we'll have to see what happens on Sunday. But if they gap lower, then this is going to turn, and we're probably going to range in here. I'm not expecting, guys, a huge move before Sunday. Okay? I'm not expecting a huge move before Sunday gets here. I mean, this is going to be very, very boring. You're going to see probably a move to 7,000, maybe a move back to 6,700. It's going to get whippy, right? And it's going to stay range bound until we get to probably Sunday or Monday. And by that time, I think things will probably end up showing their hand. Okay? But the thing we have to focus on is this. And I posted about it last night. The 10 and the 20 cross, right? We want to see the 10 cross the 20 because we've seen this movie before, right? Back here. 10 looked like it was going to cross the 20 and things were going to get bullish, and all of a sudden, no. You get that. You get a big sell-off. So, trust me when I say this, bears are lurking. They are lurking in this area. Okay? Big red stick right here, and all we're doing is correcting inside of this stick. That's all we're doing for now. Okay? Doesn't mean we can't go higher if you want to make the trade. Okay, I'm not saying that at all. We could actually get up here to, 7,200. But the 50 EMA is what you're going to keep your eyes on, right? That's what you want to watch. That's the key driver of the whole market. 50 EMA, right there. Okay? All right, questions? Yeah, Todd, I see what you've said. You want big time, and I'm telling you, you may get your wish if it breaks. Let's call it on the conservative side. Let's say if it breaks 6,400, 6,350. If it breaks that area,